into myself. What a wonderful world.
Hello and welcome back to D&D Plus, our campaign Lost. In our last episode, the party met up in Arxis as the entity Eternity gave them their divine mission, speaking of paths and rivers of time. And the party was led off into Cimbria, where there is said to be a rebellion. These snake people are being taken despite their innocence and being proven guilty all over. A demon rebellion coming from the Purgatory Desert in the south. And a falling from a tree on the rogue falling from a tree with our first natural one hitting ground, and we begin in combat as they have broken a group of Yuan-Ti criminals, we don't know exactly, out of a jail cart.
Well,
and now
the guards were being assholes. I wasn't trying to break the snakes out. I was just trying to prove a point to the guards.
You broke open a cage that was full of snakes and they ran off. And now we have rolled for initiative. The order of initiative will go Veneris, Deltric, Elias, and then the guards.
Sounds good. Let's kick it off, Veneris.
I'm gonna move back 5, 10, 15. And I'm just gonna try to stealth and hide in the grass.
Please skulker feet, that's possible.
9, 19.
19,
Right,
yeah,
this is-
you drop down in the grass and your head just barely peeks through as you see through, and you can ready your crossbow for your next action. And with that, that's right.
Alright, Dale trick. Okay, I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do here is a spell that's called Sleep. This spell sends creatures into magical slumber. Roll 5d8, and the total is how many hit points of creatures that this spell can affect.
Would you like me to roll a 5d8 for you?
Yes, please.
We have 2, 6, 7, 14. 14 plus another 7, that is
21.
21. You can affect 21 hit points.
Okay, so how many, can I affect both of them, one of them, what's the deal?
You can affect one of them fully. So you can put one of them to sleep.
Okay, is one of them noticeably stronger in any way, has some stronger weapons of any sort that I can see?
The one, the blue flag here, that is a spear on the flag.
Okay.
So he does have a little bit more reach, and they're both mountain. This one, just a sword, seems to be, very standard.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sleep on Blue
Hold on.
Flag.
Like, you see him, like, as you cast sleep, you throw out this magical, like, powdery substance, and he breathes it in and flops over onto his horse's neck, and it just kind of like tries to shake him, but he's not waking up. And this guy, he takes in a bit, and you see him like start to get a little drowsy, but he resists the effect. Good turn. One of them's down.
Alright, so I'm gonna start off by pulling out my trident and coming up, and I'm going to attack this guy on the horse. That is going to be 18 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, and that is 1d8. Right? Yeah, because I'm going to do a two-handed attack. D8. 8 points of damage.
Ooh, as you run up and you stab him, and he just like gets this trident stuck in his shoulder, and you yank it out. He's bleeding, but he's okay. He's still surviving. Yeah. And the guard, he looks at his sleeping friend. He says, "Come on, get up! What are you doing? What's happening?" And he is going to slash at you twice. We have a 17 and a 13.
13 misses, 17 hits. 'Cause I
Okay,
don't have
so it's 1d6. Oh, 8.
Okay.
8 damage.
You are not raging, so you do not have resistance at the moment. And the other one is going to make a Constitution save. The other one is still passed out. He's not rousing. The horse like tries to jostle him. His guy's yelling at him, but he's asleep. Nothing happening with him.
Alright, Veneris.
Okay, I'm gonna take my hand crossbow and I'm gonna roll the hit. A critical fail.
What were you using?
A hand crossbow.
Okay, roll for dexterity.
20.
Yeah, as he fires wide, you duck as the arrow just passes right by your head.
I turn behind and give you a look and, hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
You don't know where I'm hidden.
Well, I saw which way the arrow went. It went over my head, so I just turned around.
You turn around and you see empty grass.
And I just yell, hey, watch them arrows.
Watch your turn.
Your turn.
Okay.
Trick.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my rapier and attack the sleeping man.
Okay.
Roll at advantage.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay, so that rapier is going to be a 1d8 plus 3.
Well, you have to roll
When
a
you-
20 first.
to hit.
Roll the 20 at the same time. There we go. Good moves.
Critical fail again.
Oh, but you get advantage because
Yeah, you have advantage. He's asleep.
Yeah, I have an advantage because I was stealthed.
18, let's go.
Stab him and he wakes up from the pain. He's like, ow! And he like readies his full arm, but he can't do anything quite yet because Martial eyes.
I wipe the blood off of me from where I get cut and I go into my full rage.
As you rage, you feel the pain course through your veins.
But listen here, son, you made a wrong choice. And I go and I attack with my two-handed trident again. It's a 2.
You're like, you made the wrong choice, and you. In your rage, you just.
It's throwing
Well, hold
the
on,
axe
question.
out of your
It's
hand.
an 8 hit.
And he does not miss. And he looks at
He
you.
just whips it.
Yeah, just completely whiffs it, and he's just like, wow,
Oh,
wrong choices, huh? And this time he's going. He kicks his horse, and he says, "Come on, give me a kick." And the horse is gonna kick at you. 14.
Nope.
You duck out of the way, and then he's going to make his 2 attacks as he slashes at you. 11 and a 20.
20. Nat 20?
No, not a nat 20.
Oh.
18 plus 2.
Yeah,
Next.
20 hits.
Straight, you gotta start practicing what I preach and rolling the damage as well. 4 plus 2, 6. So half 3. And then the other one with his pole arm is going to try and trample over you, so I need a dexterity saving throw.
From me or him?
You're talking about the one who's asleep?
The one that
not
you
asleep,
stabbed
he's
away.
Okay, he's now awake.
Nat
Critical
1!
fail.
Come on, sing boy!
Why do I keep rolling ones?
Grab another set of
Dude, this
rolls.
is the second one I've used.
I see he runs to trample you. You take 6 damage, so not horrible. But you're also knocked prone. As he,
Took 6 damage.
yes.
Puts me at 2 health.
As he runs through you, you're knocked down.
Why is he going towards me?
He doesn't see you, but that's just kind of him like rearing up to try and turn back around again, but he's used his movement, his action, he's all done. But actually, he's I'm trying to roll for perception. He still has one little thing. Nope, he doesn't see you.
What is
There's no person in the grass. And with that, we come back around. Loaded
Okay.
crossbow, ready to fire again and not hit your buddy.
Attack the one closer to you.
I know.
He knows what he's doing.
Okay.
Remember, roll with advantage. You're hidden.
Roll again.
First one. Okay.
10
10
plus.
plus 6, 16.
That hits.
That hits? Okay. And I got a 1d6.
2d6.
Oh, yeah, because I have the 2, 4 plus 4, 8 damage with piercing.
8 as you fire this arrow just in his neck, and the blood comes out, and he flops off of his horse. Dead. That is a dead guard. And
Wait, I did 9 damage to this guy and...
yeah, he was
They
damaged.
already hit
He
you.
stabbed him
Okay.
and he shot him. Alright, the horse actually seems stout and worried. The man falls off dead, but the horse doesn't start to panic. Delphric, you're up next. Having been knocked to the ground and hurt badly by the good couple stompings.
Okay.
That's half of your movement.
I'm gonna get back up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cast sleep on the next guard.
Roll 5d5 or 5d8.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. I'm gonna use the rest of my movement. So 5, 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to use Cure Wounds.
Okay.
It's a 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Which is charisma.
And then 1d8. 5 plus
4 is 9.
9 health, so I'm back to 8.
Yeah, you're back to full health. As you touch yourself, you feel the kind of like cave-ins out of your chest that the horse made just kind of boop, pop back out, and you're right as rain.
That's a first level spell. I thought it was a cantrip. Okay,
No.
and then for my bonus action,
You gonna give me bardic inspiration so I can
yes,
just
I'm just gonna take my lute and go.
Fuck them up. And I believe you can do that to
up
you can do that to up to 4 people, so you guys can both get your body.
Okay, so you guys both have an inspiration point.
Okay. Well. 12 plus 6.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
All right. And I go 1 plus 3, 5 plus 2 is 7.
Oh man, that was a lot better than I thought you'd get on a 1. Yeah, you stab him and you get into his chest and you pull him off and yank him off his horse and wham, hits the ground. No. This horse starts to panic.
Okay. Are we out of initiative?
We're out of initiative. But
Okay.
This horse is jumping, it's
gonna
kicking
roll
around,
animal
it's
handling.
freaking out. This one's just
I might get
fine.
some horses early on.
18.
18, yeah, you're like, oh, hold, calm. And the horse starts to chill out.
Okay.
I'm gonna look over at this one. Roll animal handling as well.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to this guy.
Well, I look at
As you
I look,
pop out of the
I look
the
at you
grass.
guys and say we can't bring these horses back. You know that, right?
Yeah.
15, 16, 18.
18, yeah, you walk up and it doesn't seem spooked by you.
Okay.
It's not armored, like I just said, but
I just kind of play
Neither of the horses are armored.
neither of the horses
Do
are
they
armored,
have-
but they do have their saddles are normal, but they do have a like kind of cloth covering that shows the insignia of Cambria
Okay, so
and the Knight's
this
Guard.
is what I do.
I'm
I
gonna-
take. What are you gonna
I'm
do?
gonna roll for investigation to loot this guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Investigation,
So while this is going on,
right? 10.
10, you find there's a polearm on him with a flag that has the symbol of Cambria on it. His armor's pretty beat up, but it is studded armor.
no.
Has various holes in it, but yeah, maybe if you took it to somebody, you could fix it up, possibly. And he actually has a fair sum of silver and gold on him. He has 14 gold and 30 silver as payment for probably the Yuan-Ti, as you guess. And if you investigate the other, you will find that he has the same.
I take the gold off the one closer to me.
Yeah.
How much was it?
Roll for investigate.
Oh.
Yeah, you find it.
I failed.
I was just like, if you crit fails, you don't find
I
it.
walk right
much was
over.
14 gold and 30 silver.
Oh, I crit
Okay.
failed.
Yeah, these guys are picking
18,
the loot.
30, okay.
You and a longsword for him.
Ooh, okay. How much is the longsword?
A longsword is 1d8, one-handed or two-handed.
Either of you guys.
Well, it's 1d6 one-handed, 1d8 two-handed.
I'm thinking about taming this horse, but
Well, it's already a tamed horse. It's just will it let you ride?
This is what I. Alright, y'all. This is what I think we should do. We can't take these horses back. Even if they don't have the ledgers on them, they're gonna be recognizable.
we can't let him go because
hell yeah,
if someone
we can.
sees them,
Watch this, and I pull the cloth banner off of the horse, and then I smack the horse right on the ass.
All right, the horse takes off, just runs out into the wild. Still has a saddle on it,
That's fine.
so it's clearly somebody's horse if anybody sees it. But
Alright, I'm
this
going
thing just
to-
clearly takes off.
I'm gonna investigate the saddle on my horse.
Okay, as you're doing that, I'm just gonna pull this body off into a tall grass. That's a 6.
Nah, it's 6, yeah.
Do you want to roll
Plus
for
what?
survival to hide the body?
Plus what?
Plus investigation.
17.
Yeah, he's gone.
Plus 0.
6, you do find pieces of paper. You find a piece of paper that is a bounty for the Snake Man. And it says that capture of the Snake Man yields 20 gold apiece.
That's nothing.
For subterfuge.
Out.
Okay. I come over here, pull the cloth off of this horse, smack it on the ass, and then hide this body.
This is tall grass, so it shouldn't be that hard to hide.
Yeah, roll for survival.
But this is the road to Cambria.
14.
Yeah, he's like, you guys were on. You killed these guys on the road.
14.
14. Yeah, we'll do it. You pull them out in the grass, and roll for perception.
Nat
Next
20.
time, nat 20.
Nat 20. I'm the first nat 20.
First nat 20.
Nice.
You see your friend from the night before kind of poke out of the grass and like sniff around.
All yours, buddy. And I turn around and walk away. And with my tinderbox, I light the 2 banners on fire.
And there is a cart in the road now. Horseless, jailer's cart.
I'm just gonna go look at the cart.
The cart very clearly has nothing. It's just
Okay,
basically a cage
I'm gonna look
box.
and say, how well did you hide these bodies?
No.
A 14 and a 17. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I say we burn them and then hide them.
No, because that's gonna be.
The smell of body, black smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't know.
Here's the thing. My little cat friend here got a big appetite. It might just look like the cat friend ate him up.
Oh,
You
interesting.
hear what I'm saying?
All right.
Can I roll a strength?
Also, you guys have no idea what this cat friend looks like.
Can I roll a strength check to knock the cart over to see like the horse is freaked out, it overturned, make it look like an accident?
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be easy, but yeah.
19,
hey.
Hold on.
Ooh.
20.
I get a advantage because I'm still raging. I haven't stopped raging. I'm just like pulling shit off, smacking
Throwing
horses,
people around.
flopping
You
things.
slap the horse.
So that's a nat 20. That's what?
Yeah, you guys watch as he puts his hands under the cart and this metal caged cart, this big jailer's cart, he just flips right over.
All right, and then with that, I'll end my rage.
Alright, and that is one use of your rage.
I'm gonna roll acrobatics to do a backflip.
Okay.
Just because.
15. Or no, not 15, wait, 11.
11. You jump and do a backflip, and I'm gonna contest it because I want it to be a 15. But we'll see. And you just like hit your back. You just and, like this is the second time.
Joy for winning the battle.
I laugh at you.
This is the second time you've tried to do something acrobatic and just flopped.
Come on,
completely.
little elf lady. Gotta be a little more graceful than that. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. I kind of have a bit of a limp because I'm down to 5 HP, but
Well, I could use cure wounds.
no, you're out of spell.
You're out of spell
slots.
slots.
I say we take a short
Well-
rest.
You need a long rest to recover your spell slots.
But I need a short rest to recover hit points.
Well, here's my thing.
Yeah, you can recover 1d12 hit points if you take a short
We
rest.
were on that cart for a little while before the fight.
Yeah, not
How-
long enough to constitute a short rest.
No, how long till we get to town from here?
The cart cut it down a bit. You have a good 4 or 5 hours of walking.
I say we keep moving.
okay.
I'll be. But I kind of shove off the cuts and say we'll be fine. Let's keep moving.
As you guys continue up the road, out of the grass comes the 4 snakemen. And they look up and they kind of look around and say, are they all gone?
I'm gonna pull out the paper that I got, and I'm gonna see if the bounty says dead or alive.
The bounty says dead or alive. It does.
I look up and say, yes, sirs, they're gone.
I'm gonna look over to them and say, look, there's 60 gold.
I
right now.
take it and I just crunch it in my hand.
Do you want to try and stop him from doing that?
No, I mean,
Okay, yeah.
like I want
I wanna
the
be-
noble reward. I don't want to fight my friend.
I wanna-
Listen,
standing
I
behind
just
him
want
right now.
I want to put this in perspective for you. I have 5 HP. And we just saved them, so
Well, by accident.
accidentally on purpose. Anyway, yes, sirs, they're gone.
I think
What's up?
Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done. Perhaps I would have been sold into slavery. I don't know what goes on. Our people just disappear when they go into Cambria.
Well, don't tell anybody you saw us.
No, our lips are sealed.
And if you, I don't know if y'all ride horses. You don't have legs to straddle things, but there's a couple horses running around if you want them.
And they kind of look out and they see the horses like in the distance, really, and they're like, "Oh, thanks." Like we think we'll just head back to our homes in Faulkner now.
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, Do you know where these camps are, where they're holding your people?
Usually they hold us in the stockades. If we're not being paraded around the streets as part of this demon cult, we're being held in the barracks or the prisons or wherever it is they have us. I try not to investigate too far.
We'll talk to the king and see what's going on.
Also, what are your names in case we come across anyone else, so we have some sort of leeway so that they can trust us?
That's smart.
They kind of like look to each other, and there's a little bit of whispering between them. And the one that had kind of been the most like standoffish in the cart, the one that had been in the corner, kind of like not talking until he spoke up adamantly, like for the king. He says, "You can say my name. That these ones, they need not involve themselves further, but you can call me Elias."
You have the same name.
Yes, well, what a coincidence. I mean, Elias is a very common name. Were you raised in a half-orc village by chance?
Yes, in what's now known as Old Dre.
I was raised very close to there. Perhaps that's a thing in the area.
Do you know Fisherman Jeremiah, human man?
I was more in the loggers guild. That's my thing. I wrap my tail around the logs and the rivers, and we're very strong swimmers, our kind.
All right. Well, if you ever
I
had
do miss Old Dread though. I remember.
I was there the
he
day
pulls
it was
up
attacked.
and you see the insignia of Old Dread on his shirt, and kind of like gives you like a solemn.
I reach out and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand too. He says, "Hey, to better lives, friend."
Better lives. If you're ever in New Dret and you meet Jeremiah Bridgewater, that's my daddy. He's a human. Still don't know why, but Mama ran off, so you won't see her anywhere. But if you ever meet Jeremiah Bridgewater, tell him his son Elias said hello.
And if you ever see Histhian, tell him that his people are suffering, and we wish for a solution soon.
We'll get
Yes,
that done
sir.
for you.
He nods and he like kind of goes to his friends like, "Come on, guys," and they start walking down the road.
All right, and we keep heading towards the. You call him Sneeple.
All right. Let's continue walking down the path to Kimbria.
Yep, you continue walking down the path of Cimbria, and soon enough you are at the walls. As the path goes from dirt to stone, you see the walls of Cimbria ahead of you. 2 guards standing in front. But people seem to be living peacefully here. The city seems fairly well built, defensible, the walls high, and the guard well fit. You pass by the guards, hold. "Hail, travelers, state your business in Cimbria."
Hello, how y'all doing? We're here to see the king. King Sarek. Syracuse. We're here to see King Syracuse on some official business by Eternity.
They look at you and roll persuasion.
It's not a lie. 16.
It's not a lie, but they don't believe it.
16 plus minus 1. 15.
They look to each other and they start whispering, and they're saying, "Well, if Eternity sent you, then you must have some very important business."
I'm going to interrupt and say, "Take us to the king now. We have important matters."
It's all right. Take a breath.
They look to each other and say, "If you want to be brought to the king, you're first going to have to hold your horses. Don't make me arrest you for indecency."
I've got rustic hospitality, which means that people are naturally nice to me, so don't worry about this.
My intentions are not to be rude, but we are pressed on time, and we were sent by the deities of Arxis to talk to the king of Cimbria.
All things in due time, sir. Okay? We're expecting a caravan of prisoners. They should have been here quite a while ago.
Oh,
Have you seen any carriages?
We didn't pass anybody on the path.
We just saw a broken down carriage on the way. Maybe it got attacked by something. That's what it looks like to me.
Roll for deception.
That's why I said it, because my deception is a lot higher.
Yeah, you started that, so that's all you. You can actually do it with advantage, because he was helping out.
Yeah.
Deception.
I'm giving you advantage.
I have an E on deception.
Oh, and then give yourself an inspiration for that card tipping.
Okay, 19,
Oh yeah, you're fine.
Oh yeah, he.
3. So 19 plus 4, 23.
He's like, any manner of beast, or what happened? Any sign? I know this is kind of our job, but you have passed by it. Anything that you can tell us, please?
All we can say is horses were running, carts were tipped over. We didn't see anybody.
Any of the horses left? Are they dead?
They were just running around.
Shake their heads or something. Did you happen to see any snake men?
We did, but they were some nice folk, farmer folk, just hanging out. I asked them if they saw anything. They said no.
And they look at each other and say, tricky snake. And they get out 5 silver apiece, and they say, for your troubles. Please, thank you for the information. We'll send in a team to investigate.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and you're allowed in.
Cool. Can you direct us to the king?
All roads in Cambria lead to the king's castle, and they point out, like he points out with his spear, his flagged spear, and you see high above all of the other buildings, the castle.
Thank you, sirs. Appreciate it.
You walk in, you see people, just going about their daily work, guards standing in the way of alleyways, seemingly blocking things off. And to your left, just before you get to this general store, you see one guard who's particularly blocking a scene, and he's instructing people to move on.
I look at you guys. Y'all want to check this out, or you want to just keep on going?
I say we can't afford any more distractions.
I'm a bit curious.
Well, I'm hurting for certain reasons. I want to go to the store. It doesn't say general store on it. That's a bit odd.
General.
I wonder what that's about, but I'm going to go in there and get myself a little something to help make me feel better.
We'll accompany you. I think we all might need to take a stop at the general store.
All right. Do you want to just talk to the guard for a second? If you want, while I'm going shopping, you can...
Yeah, I'll talk to the guard first.
Okay.
As you walk in, everybody, all 3 of the people here, seems to be very little business. So they all like, hello, customers! Hey! Very nice to see all of you. You guys buying today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I will be buying a few things today. I was wondering if you had any of them healing potions.
And the lady behind the counter, she had this counter here. She waves and says, "Oh, quite right. I can cook something up for you. If you have the gold for such a thing?"
Yes, ma'am. How much?
Well, a healing potion will run you about 15 gold.
15 gold for one?
For one.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take one, please.
And she kind of like, okay, it'll be about 10 minutes. It'll be cooked right up for you.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Is that for here or to go?
For here, please.
Okay. Get together and says,
I'm gonna look at the bartender and say, what do I got to do to get a drink around this part?
well, all you gotta do is ask. What can I get for you? What's your poison?
Let me get your finest ale you got available here.
And he looks and she picks it up a bottle, flips it in her hand, and boom, and the top pops off. And she starts pouring it. And says, we call this the Dragon's Piss. Best ale in town.
Oh, it's free beer.
And she says, no, it's a sample. She poured a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drink it. I'm gonna say, wow.
It's strong, but it's delicious.
It's strong, but it tastes like horse piss.
You actually get a cinnamony taste from it.
Oh, okay, cinnamon. I'm thinking fireball?
Kind of like, yeah, in that vein.
Okay.
He
All
says,
right,
would
I'm
you like
gonna
it?
say, let me get a glass.
I was,
Let me
okay,
get a pint.
that'll run you 3 silver.
Well, I just so happen to have 3 silver.
Fantastic. And she gets a tankard and she throws it right up, puts it down on the table, and she says, is there anything else I can do for you? Food? You hungry, traveler?
I think I'm doing all right for now.
And she calls over to the orc and says, I know orcs get real hungry. I got a mighty fine steak.
Thank you, ma'am, but I won't be eating quite yet. We got some official business we're on our way to go take care of.
And the man in the store turns around from his duties of like kind of just looking over things, and he says, "Officials, you say? And what, pray tell, brings you here?"
Oh, we can't, it's a bit hush-hush, but we're on our way to meet the king.
And he says, "Oh," and he like looks to the ladies and says, "Oh, if I would have known that you were the king's man, I would have given you maybe the king's discount, but." You know,
That's all right. Maybe
something
next time.
to throw around town here.
It's fine by me. I like to help out the local shops whenever we get the chance.
And he's, "That's mighty fine of you, sir. Now, just so you know, King Syracuse is very well liked in town. If the people know that you're of the king, they might treat you a little better."
The year of the king, you said?
You're of the king.
You are of the king.
Like of the king's court.
Oh, my apologies. Misunderstanding.
He's a little deaf.
I've been drinking a little bit of horse piss.
He's
Dragon's
dragon's piss.
Dragon's piss.
The horse piss is a whole different drink. Nobody likes the horse piss.
Sorry about that. I've been drinking a little too much.
Give me not a dexterity, constitution saving throw.
Let's get it. That's going to be a 6. You said a dex plus 3.
No.
Constitution.
And your saving throws are right here.
Oh, constant plus 2. That's going to be an 8.
You're starting to get a little wobbly.
Okay, that's fine.
You're going to start wobbling around. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls should that happen.
How long?
Probably like 30 minutes.
Okay, no worries.
No big deal. Not like for all day or something like that.
Alright, I think I'm going to ask, I'm going to head over to this keep, and I'm going to ask for some healing potions for myself.
Okay. Boards one something. Oh, one right next to the other. 14 gold, please. 15 gold.
15 gold. What kind of healing do these potions do?
Well, they're quite effective, my friend. It's I can't say specific numbers, but they've been known to close wounds almost as if magic.
Okay. You said 15.
Yes. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure doing this for you. She cooks one right up. Takes a few minutes.
So it's 2d4 plus your constitution modifier.
Okay.
I drink mine right away. So
Oh yeah, it's yours for here to go.
2d4. Oh, that's to go, please.
Okay. She bottles
2d4
it.
plus what?
Constitution. So I just rolled a 4, a 1, plus 4, 9.
Easy enough.
13, 16.
You seem like you kind of like are looking around him, like trying to like slide eyes. He's like, hey, 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 and you see a body. Somebody's been murdered here.
I'm gonna say, so it looks like there's been a murder case here.
Well, you know those damn snakes can't be trusted.
Humans are inherently very racist.
So it was a Sneeple.
Like, kind of like. Look, I don't know what you call the snake men in your country, but here we call them Yuan Ti. Well, I guess if somebody knows Elvish, maybe that's, I don't know, but yes, it seems that one of the snake people is murdered. And before you go about thinking we're accusing people who don't belong, there were constriction marks on this corpse. He was strangled to death by one of those snakes. That's proven.
You know,
Well, we're not with them.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's
we're
what I
not
was gonna
hearing
say.
any of this.
you can strangle things with more than just snake body.
And he says, now, please, we have bodies to clean up and tracks to follow, if you would.
Okay, I'll let you guys be on your way.
Okay, while you're turning around, we hop out of
Yep.
the store. Feeling much better.
Me as well.
Me as well, I was at full health
I
before
was
this.
feeling really good now.
Yeah, just start to
How much? What dice even are those health potions? Like what dice?
2d4.
Okay.
Let's go, little lady.
Alright,
So we'll be on our way, Veneris.
let's go.
Alright, and then I believe we're just going to head on. I'm going to look, actually, before we leave. I'm going to talk to Venerius. I'm saying, what was going on here?
Sneeple killed a man over there.
What's a Sneeple?
Snake man.
Snake man.
Snake people, Sneeple.
Okay. What evidence do they draw?
There was markings on the body of them being strangled. And
Interesting.
the guard said that it was a young Thai.
Interesting. Perhaps we should report this to the king as well.
We'll talk to him when we see him. We'll see what's going on.
I'm sure the king already knows it's his guard.
I need all of you guys to roll for perception.
Okay.
We are standing. in
Oh
the
my
street.
god. 2 1s and a 3.
Fail.
Me too.
Critical fail.
Alive.
I've been drinking a little, so it's understandable.
Yeah, you guys don't really notice anything. You guys are just blissfully walking through town. You had a nice interaction in a store and a slightly rude interaction with the guard. But either way, you guys just aren't paying attention to what's going on.
Alright, I
Okay.
suppose we're gonna head towards the king.
While we're walking, I'm gonna take one ball bearing. I'm gonna throw it at the back of his head.
Roll for attack.
Why?
D20, right?
Yeah, don't add your proficiency though.
13.
13, what's your armor class?
17.
13. Yeah, you just throw it and it's just like...
I said, it's what you get for laughing at me for failing a backflip.
As you miss. Nothing happens.
Alright. I suppose we head on our way then.
Yes, you are on your way to the king. As you guys continue on ahead, you see the castle of Cambria before you. Surrounded by guards on all sides, cavalrymen at every entrance, and no sign of the king anywhere. Yep. There's a possibility that he's inside, but lovely fountain, a nice courtyard, apple trees.
I'm gonna sit in this bench right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just wallow at the beauty of this water fountain.
You mean? I don't think
Bask in the beauty, yeah.
Either way, I'm gonna do something to this beauty.
I'm gonna beat off to the beauty of this fountain.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and relax. We've been on a long trip. Get a little rest in. Hang out for a couple of minutes maybe, and just take the edge off.
So, have you guys join him in it?
Sure. I just kind of take a look around. Do I see anything in particular? Anything catch my eye?
You rolled bad before, so roll for perception again.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Look at you. From down the street, you see a dwarven man coming up and along, much smaller than you. You are a big half orc. He's tiny guy, and he has this golden armor on and the hammer to his side, and he seems to be shimmering this kind of magical energy from between his fingers. As he walks up, he looks very official, and he's completely ignoring you.
Okay. I just kind of let him do his thing.
I'm gonna nod and say hello. And
How do you do that?
They look at him and say, Grand Cleric, it's quite good to see you. And he looks and says, oh, the news is grave indeed. I'm afraid there have been another 2 murders. And I must speak to the king right away. And they say, right this way. And they lead him inside.
I'm gonna look at them and say, I think he has information on that cart.
Oh shit.
yeah, I was like, oh, nice.
I think we should follow this guy.
Inside the
yeah,
castle
let's
to
just
go
walk-
talk to
let's
the
just
king,
walk
where we're
right
supposed to
into
be
the
going
castle.
anyway?
Yes.
Totally agree.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna make our way to
As you
this
walk
point.
up, you are stopped as you round the fountain.
I'm gonna stay a little bit back.
Okay. And they say, halt! Who goes there?
How's it going, guys? We hope that you enjoyed episode 2 of our series called Lost. If you didn't get the opportunity to check out episode 1, just go ahead and click this box right here.